Most people in America know the proper etiquette now of dealing with a particular condition that is only a hot topic across Hollywood because that's how it's talked about in entertainment news most of the time. That people are not as refined as they should be is not true, but people can most definitely be unkind, and that is absolutely true. The question I have to ask you today is, how do you make a decision on who you will play with, who you will stay with, and who you will lay with, or who you will play with, who you will lay with, and who you will stay with? You see, if we're talking about a marriage bed or happiness, are you thinking long-term or just short-term? Are you thinking that it will last based on something you haven't seen? Or are you thinking it will last based on something that is visible to people, such as your personality, your communication style, your paralinguistics, and the way that you use the language, your humor, your content, your intelligence, your brilliance, your wit, your wisdom, and your wackiness? You see, what are we marrying today? Are we marrying the bed of someone that we really are going to be with for the rest of our life, or are we just presuming because we live in Hollywood or we live in some actor's concept of our life? And many people say, create the theater or the movie of your life. But openly, are you defying gravity in what you're doing? In other words, is there gravity in the relationship you've chosen? In other words, were you really ready to be that person's full-on liaison to everything that they have created in their past with the person they were with before your 50-year-old self met that person? In other words, if that person dies today, what are you liable for? Are you liable for 6 lives? Are you liable for 1, just yours? Are you liable for your children, your boys, or your girls? What are you liable for? Are you liable for the financial debts that that person has made? Are you liable for your own debts in any way? Or have you chosen to be a trophy wife to get out of your problems? You see, I think that's marvelous, but if you came running to someone to play with them, then you have to decide why you made that statement. Why did you make that choice? And then what led you to walk away from them before you got a chance to feel what God's love could do through them? In America, we have rights, and those rights say, I have the right to myself, and you have no rights to touch me or tackle me or ruin me because you feel like it.